What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another session of Bill Break and Fix, brought to you by not one roll coder but two of the roll coder.
Oh,
Look at
hi.
that! That's our second roll coder right there. Surprise,
Hey,
surprise!
sorry about being a little late there.
That's all right, mate. We all have things to do, but yeah, welcome back, Devin. Good to have you again. Our third turtle. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a go at me. You just watch me get roast the entire stream now. Yeah, but first thing is first, let's acknowledge the country and pay our respects to the elders. So here we go. Never mind. I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today, and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and future. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Fantastic. How about for a change, we have a bit of a different background? Actually, no,
Cool.
that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good, right? It's too, it's too
No,
much
it's
going on.
yeah, it's too much of the same color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it helps us
yeah,
pop.
yeah. We tried anyway, which is good. All right. So today what we're basically gonna do is so we are not gonna
Ready.
put
I'm ready for it.
we're not gonna put this online. We'll do everything in local host because yeah, even though it's fun, but it's slowing us down. And
Some bad actors out there in the world, huh?
yeah, very, very bad actors. But yeah, so we're now gonna put the Scrambler enhanced version on S3. We'll just do
Me.
the you will just do it locally this time, and until we get everything sorted, and also implement the changes that you mentioned in the WhatsApp group, Tori. I think those will be really helpful to have, as in to avoid gag devs attacks as much as we can. So yeah, that'll be
It's
pretty
good.
much
It's
fun.
a good learning opportunity, though,
Oh
isn't it?
yeah. In that sense, yeah, I can't wait to get for Yagdev to show us more of his tricks.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
he
it's
can do
good.
it locally, here's a challenge for you, Yagdev. If you can do it on the local host, you know what? You'll get a kebab.
Wow, that would be that would be quite the attack, though. He would have to gain access to your computer, or at least your network.
Which is why I offered him a kebab if he can do this. Which I know is not gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I
Uh,
mean, it's I watched the show, a bit of it last night. I watched the
yeah.
replay on YouTube, and I think the it wasn't revealed to me what was going on, but I took a guess that it's still um, there's still scripts being injected maliciously into the notes that we're saving to DynamoDB and through the WebSocket, most likely as well. Um, so there's no sanitizing going on, and in
Mm-hmm,
the back
mm-hmm.
end, which is which is probably one surface, and then the other surface is I'm not entirely sure, but there might be some uh, securities, like some some attack surfaces in the jQuery, or maybe some of the code we wrote too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I mentioned in the WhatsApp.
Yeah, yeah, and basically, even though I didn't get a chance to read all the messages, but I checked the notifications, like as you get the notifications on the screen, right? When the message pop up. So I didn't get a chance to, as in, just do that because it's been a full on day, man. As
Hey, no
in,
worries.
yeah, I've just come back from somewhere that I've had to be really urgently, and it took a few hours, but I tried my best to get in time for the stream, which eventually happened.
Great.
But yeah, let's implement those changes. Being on localhost, and the WebSocket heartbeat. So about the WebSocket heartbeat, uh, Finish, I, and Conva were, as in, or Yagdev, Conva, me and Finish were discussing yesterday. That is probably a good idea to, and it was basically Conva 64's idea that it's probably a good idea to check for the heartbeat every 30 seconds.
Okay.
Uh, Initially, I didn't know why he was saying this, so it didn't really make much sense to me. But he did outline that if, for example, for any reason you can't connect to the internet, for any reason at all, as
Hmm.
in the worst case scenario, so it's always good to check every 30 seconds for the connection or for the WebSocket. So yeah, and we did check some code, but I we basically ran out of time how to implement it properly.
Okay.
So we can basically, I'll share my screen now that I can, which is great.
Oh, great.
uh, yeah, so do you want to choose a letter?
Let's go with
3, 2, 1, go. Go, go, go.
F.
You just
F.
get three
F.
seconds.
F.
Okay, here you go. That's a pretty good choice, actually. All right. So I'll just share my screen and bring up the thing. Okay, so we were basically implementing that in the backend first.
Okay. Cool.
So this is how. So the code we got from was, yeah. So this is the code that we got.
Would you mind sharing via live share?
Yeah. Cool. Let's do that. I think that's a lot more easier, isn't it?
It's just easier for me to follow, and that way I can keep an eye on the chat too.
Yeah, yeah. Make read only, no, copy again. Yeah. Copy to clipboard. Cool. And how do I send you that? By why did that open? Okay. So we didn't make this branch. And hang on a minute, I'll probably have to unshare my screen and do something first. History. Recently closed. No history. Where did I got that solution from? I'm just gonna check that. Heartbeat, Google search. unauthorized scrambler. No, not that one. With a Stack Overflow. Yeah. I think it must be this one. Let's check. No, the Stack Overflow one. I don't need this. Where was this Stack Overflow on? Implement a Heartbeat. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, cool. So I'm now gonna share my screen. Okay, so this was the one in which he's sending a ping from a client's side.
Oh, so you literally just send you just send a message.
Yeah, ping, and then the server sends a pong. But in our case, we want the opposite.
Okay, that's cool. I thought it was some special API through WebSocket, but I guess not. I guess you just send a ping. Cool.
That's what basically I can tell, because I don't know how. And it does work because he says that he does say, huh?
I was reading the code. It's okay. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's all right. So he does say that it does send it only one time for after 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
After the connection was open, so it does work, but it only happens once. So after that, it doesn't send anymore, and that's basically because this hasn't been implemented recursively.
Oh well, I think maybe he didn't mean set timeout. He meant set interval.
Probably, yeah. You must be right on that. So because we're going to be sending the ping from the server side, isn't it? Or the client side? Will it be on the client side?
I suppose you could do it either way. That's weird. I remember we were going over the documentation the other day on AWS, and it said you couldn't initialize a ping from the server with the AWS.
Right. Okay, yeah. In that case, this would make sense. Because Yep. Go on.
I was just gonna say, so then I guess it's pretty simple. All we have to do is on open, we just start sending a ping in an interval of every 20 seconds or 29 seconds or whatever you want. And then in the on message lambda or whatever it's called, if we get a ping as a message, we just send back a pong. Is that it?
Sounds like it, pretty much.
Okay. Sounds simple.
Yep. Let's do this then. So on the client side, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open. This is not my client side. This is my. Oh, have you got? Yes, you have actually joined. Right. Scrum enhancement. So on index page load. So this is still front end, yeah, that's fine. So this one would come here on load. Okay, never mind, we can do it over here. Home.html, board home.html.
I believe there is a part in the code where there is the WebSocket on open. If you search,
On open. Ah, yeah. So in here we can basically do
copy paste.
I took your advice. WebSocket, that one, and
I think I have a function written somewhere where you send the message.
is it? Okay, let me check. Message. Get message.
Oh, there you go. Dispatch.
Where?
Well, it's fine. You can just do the. You don't need to do that. Never mind. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Forget what I said.
No. Well, I mean that if the wheel is there, why would we reinvent the wheel?
Well, because all you have to write is WebSocket send, and then I realized that for the other function I wrote, that was to actually dispatch messages from like the more complicated messages we were sending, not just the ping, but the other events on the page that were happening, like creating a new card, and then we send that through the WebSocket, or changing the position or the color or something.
I see.
This is literally just send ping.
So set interval ping every 30 seconds, and that would go to the URL, which is good, isn't it? WebSocket on open, yeah.
That WS though, you want to change that.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy. Oh, by the way, did they say that in the US? Because I had a friend of mine, she used to say this a lot, and she was from US.
What would she say? Easy peasy?
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, apple pies that sell. Yeah.
I don't know
apple
about that whole
pies,
part.
something
That's
like.
funny. I never heard that. What is it?
Okay.
Apple pies?
Apple pies are so tasty.
No, I don't. I know easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Oh, okay. That must have been she must have invented it then.
Apple.
Right. So this is that. Reject.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Apple pie and custard. Don't forget the mustard. Okay.
Actually, that might be it.
I just read that because it rhymes.
Yeah. Don't forget the mustard. Yeah, that might be it. To be honest.
Apple pie and custard. Don't forget the mustard. Okay, I learned something today. Learned something about my own culture.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. So we have got this interval. So how do we test this? Will the interval appear in the lambda, right?
We should get a ping now to the Lambda.
Yeah, which we are not gonna test it now. I'll test it when GagDev is working.
Ah, okay.
Am I that evil who will film GagDev now? This is not fair, is it? Are you there, Tori?
Sorry, what would you say?
Oh, now I was just talking to myself. Okay, this is there, and now we're gonna go into the API and do a Pong here. So the development is that one. So on message, that would be on disconnect.
Dude,
We
I
don't
think it's
really have
I
anything
think
for
it's
message.
default. I think it's just the default.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that looked.
Because I'm thinking there might be. No, that doesn't make sense if it was on connect because it's already connected.
Yeah, it's this. It's this one. Yeah, that's it. It's
Default, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So
This is the one we need to sanitize too. I think at some point.
I see.
Which honestly I've never done because I've never had to deal with that. I've never used a library.
Yeah, that's all right. So API gateway is there, which is fine. So basically what we can do is do another function. Oh, I think the code
You know
is
what we
changed.
could do too, Zane? We could put in DynamoDB. We could put oh, there's a frog. We could put
That's a para.
There's a frog. Oh, he's almost done. Okay.
No, how can that be a
It's done.
frog? It's a parrot.
It's a frog.
It's a
It's like
parrot.
these.
No.
It's like these little frogs, like this big, but they're super loud. They're like this
Really?
big. Yeah, they're like the size of a, I don't know, U.S. quarter. They're tiny.
And
It's
they're
like
so
those
loud.
little. It's like the little birds, but with the big voice. Yeah,
I see.
they're iconic here. Like, yeah, they mostly at night, but sometimes during the day they go off too. I don't.
I see. All right.
We could put a. I mean, this is easy to circumvent, but we could put like an IP address ban list in DynamoDB.
Probably, yeah. And then put the IP and put some of the IP addresses that we don't want them to use.
Well,
And
we
there
could.
you go.
Yeah, you could like one thing that maybe in the future, if it's bad, if you get slammed, is introducing like rate limiting.
Yeah.
And then if they're like, if it's like this, I mean, it would be a more sophisticated implementation, but like you could rate limit calls, which is generally probably a good idea at some point down the road. But then like, yeah, if they're like abusive or somebody's like, even if it's a bot trying to like DDoS you or something bad, then you could just like ban that abusive IP.
Yeah. I see. I see what you
Although
mean.
I think AWS probably has their own better implementation, which is through the AWS firewall, the WAF. But that's probably, I don't know how free that is.
Hmm. Yeah, I probably will look into it in the future then.
I've never used it. Yeah,
Hmm.
just think when I'm here thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good. It's just good thinking out loud. All right. So I think we might need to introduce, say, a for loop here for all the IDs that we'll go to.
Well, if somebody's sending so I think if we get a ping, then
Mm-hmm.
it's like a special path that all it does is send a pong back to the connection who sent it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that would mean that we would have to fetch the connection ID as well in
Well,
there.
the connection ID will come from the contacts
WebSockets.
object,
Yeah.
the contacts object, which comes from the event object, I guess. The web
Event object.
the
Mm-hmm.
I think we can just grab the client contacts from there and then just immediately send back a pong back
Yeah.
to the client, and then that way I wonder if you even need to send back a pong, but maybe you do.
If we don't, then how would the
The
server
client,
know?
well, the server will know the client's there. I wonder if the client WebSocket needs to know
Hmm.
that
That
it got
if
back
there's a,
something.
yeah, yeah, probably. That might be the case. All right. So where do we implement this? Um, broad message to connections. Ah, this is broad message.
I think it should be broadcast.
Broad
I think I wrote that.
broad message, send connection ID. Yeah, so it's broadcasting the message. So if we can basically put it over here, the Pong map post to connection.
Well, this is to send all the connections a message. This is map. This, I think, if I remember the code, we get a message in the
Mm-hmm.
event object from the handler, the Lambda
Mm-hmm.
handler.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get the connection ID, and then we go to DynamoDB, look at that connection ID, and say this connection ID belongs to this board. And then we get all the users from that board, and then
Ah,
we loop over all the users, take out the user who sent the message, and then send back that message to all the other users, excluding the user who sent it, because they don't need the message.
no, they don't need.
And
Right. Yeah.
in this case, we can actually skip all that and just send back a pong to the user who sent it, because we don't want to send back pongs to the other users. We only want to send back a pong to the user who sent the message.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep WebSocket connection live. Okay, so now we can possibly do event, and then a new API gateway URL. Oops, that's not, no, it should be here. Table WebSocket. No URL. We need the URL, which is not here.
It's somewhere up there. I think.
Credentials. That one. Board ID connections. That one. That one. Cloud ID.
Let's see. I
Reduce
think you
ID.
can actually. So it's called endpoint on line 115.
Okay. So how about if we make this a global variable?
Well, this function creates a new API gateway, so we could probably just reuse this function because we need the API gateway anyways.
Yeah. True. So if we do basically this.
So, yeah, we could.
Okay, and then it would be all this can go. Then we can basically say await API post connection. Does that take an event? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. So that's all. Can I just go outside and sync? That's it? That was all?
Maybe, yeah.
Live. So we need to call this now. Somewhere. Event. You can basically get rid of this one. Or the console login. Can I? Because this is your code and I don't really know what was the purpose of this.
Which line? Sorry.
128.
Oh, you can. I don't know. You can get rid of it. I think it was just for CloudWatch logs. Which are
I like this message.
They're free, right? CloudWatch logs are free.
Yeah. I'm a little teapot.
That's right.
Okay, so
it's the Easter egg.
Oh yeah. So results. I'm just thinking where to call that function now.
So I think if the in the handler we're gonna get the event.body, but it's only gonna say ping. It's not gonna have the message or the board ID on line 129.
Mm-hmm.
So we could then send the ping in a message object, and then we could say if message equals ping, then just call this function.
Okay, right.
Yeah, if the key message, the key message, its value is ping, then we just call that function and immediately like exit out of the Lambda.
So basically, if message equals ping,
I think you meant triple equals or double equals on the message equal.
yeah, I'm just looking for it at the moment. Where did it go? There you go. Okay, return that one. So what does this return? Params post to connection. Would this work?
Do we need to return a status code of 200 after that's sent? For the Lambda, does it need a status code of 200?
To be honest, if it's gonna return the string, then probably not. I think, but I could be wrong here because I'm doing this the first time.
Return the string? What string?
Pong.
Oh, it's so I was confused about how that worked in the beginning.
Mhm.
So after learning more about how it works, so
Mhm.
that endpoint in
Mhm.
AWS that you see in API Gateway, and also the one that you have here, that endpoint that you actually use this line on 143 to send a post request with that param data that you have there, the connection ID and the data.
Mhm.
And it actually sends like essentially a post request to that endpoint with these parameters,
Mhm.
kind of just like an ordinary HTTP post request. And then from
Mhm.
there, I think the AWS WebSocket API gateway, whatever, actually then sends the message from that post request back to the connection ID somehow. But it actually doesn't, the client it never gets anything back from this Lambda, because this Lambda is actually triggered by the WebSocket connection or the AWS WebSocket,
Oh, right.
not the actual client. So yeah, that took me a long time to understand, but then I was like, oh, okay, that actually like that's what happens under the hood. So there's actually an endpoint too, that you can see them in API Gateway, and if you send a post request to that endpoint, you'll actually get messages in a WebSocket if you send the right connection ID. Like if you opened up the what was the other thing? PySocket.
Yeah,
And you
PySocket.
got that client's connection ID, and then you opened up Postman, and then you got that endpoint, and you sent them like a post request with data to that endpoint with that connection ID. Then in PySocket, that client would get the message.
Ah, right.
So
So in short,
AWS handles it somehow. Like they get that post request, and then they must do something and send it back to the client.
right. So if that's the case, then we can basically say that if the post to connection returns a Pong, then basically just return a status active or status okay.
I don't know if you're going to get anything back from that post the connection, but maybe. That's a good
Neither do
question.
I.
That's actually not a bad question to think about. But I don't think it's important because I'm not doing that with the other broadcast message function.
Mhm.
I'm not waiting for a response. I'm just
Right,
sending
right, I see. I see.
That is
Yeah,
a good question though.
sending
I
it.
wonder what you get back from that post to connection.
Hang on, but you are also returning it, the entire promise.
Yeah, but I'm not like I think the only thing I'm doing is just checking if the promises were successful or rejected and then doing something else. I can't remember what. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it must have been, to be honest. All right. In that case, at the moment, what it's doing is just going in the event this function, the module handler, and then is just checking if the message object is ping from the event, which would be coming from the front end. If it's ping, then is just returning this.
Which sends a pong back to the
Yeah.
client.
All right. We can try this, but I will probably try in my own time.
Is the API gateway down?
What do you mean down?
Like, did you take down an API gateway?
No, I didn't take out anything.
We could test it
Actually,
in PySocket then.
Actually, yeah, let's give that a try.
And don't forget then in the client side that you need to send the message when you send the WebSocket, you need to put it in the message. You need to put it in a message key in an object, like key message value.
Yeah.
Thing.
What was it? PySocket what?
I think that's it. I think there's just like a tool drop down or something.
They're asking me for money, which I don't have.
No, it's free. It's free. Tools. Go to tools. I think it's the console. Oh, there you go. Yeah, WebSocket test.
WebSocket test. Right. I see. If we do that over here, and basically get the URL from our front end. That's the URL here. Oh, okay, connection is closed. Did we take it down?
Oh, I don't know. Did you?
I have no idea. Let's have a look.
So when is Dinesh leaving the show?
Next Wednesday. This is
Oh, really?
Wednesday.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody else who wants to join?
I might ask someone that I have in mind, and if they are keen on this, because
I can ask a friend too if they want to join if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
not sure.
that'd be awesome though, because I think what we need to get done is basically some of the bugs. That's what I guess, and the XSS feature, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Until we
man,
find
if
out
you want.
another problem. Hey, it's like free pen testing, like free
Yeah,
pen
exactly.
tester. It's great.
Oh no, why did I? No, come on.
Tech Dev says
No.
about time. You think Dinesh is moving to greener pastures? Or
Oh, why am I doing this? Okay, that's my fault. I was entering the works passcodes, which is obviously not gonna work here. 394,
Dinesh, you will be missed.
definitely. But yeah, I think this project is nearly there. Probably a month. That's all.
Yeah, I think it's
Mm-hmm. WebSocket. Is it still there? Still there. Interesting. So why does it not? So WebSocket tester. Yes. Check the console for error code and the
no.
WebSocket failed event.
Failed. Huh.
WebSocket source element error.
I don't know. That's weird.
Connect. App.js. Current target.
Can you share the link? I'll try on my computer.
Yeah.
It must. Huh. You sure the API gateway is up?
I'm not sure about that either. Oh yeah, that must be up though. That must be up.
It is? Huh. Did the OnConnect get changed?
I don't think it did.
Yeah, mine failed too.
All right.
OnConnect did not get changed.
I'm pretty sure it didn't get changed.
Did you guys push anything up to AWS yesterday?
We just pushed the. Actually, no, I didn't.
So you didn't run SAM deploy?
Yesterday? No, we didn't.
Okay. Huh.
I think so.
That's weird.
Right. Interesting. So why would this be happening now?
Is it in CloudWatch? Anything?
I'm gonna go and check there.
I'll see CloudWatch.
CloudWatch. Welcome on connect function. Yeah, might as well. This is 17th of Jan. Wow, That's far. This is 15th of Jan, so we haven't got any latest one. WebSocket disconnects WebSocket handler function. Okay, this is on the 9th. Oh, there are way too many. Default on connect. Can we get the dates of these? Oh well,
I,
we'll have to just
I
roll
think
with the flow.
I think GecDev wants the more host audience interactive show. If you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying, which is one of the reasons why we're going for localhost at the moment, because we do want to get this project finished. So that's not there. Disconnect API, WebSocket disconnect connect. It's 9th, 2nd. So there are no logs either. On connect function. SAMApp. No, that is not the case. Scramble API stack. Right.
Looks like the
So-
WebSocket connection handler function was modified 11. This is the last modified 11 days ago, according to AWS Lambda.
Right. I don't remember unless I've got bad memory. Let me have a look.
Well, it'd be hard to remember for sure. I never remember. Monitor.
Raw code is that one. Scrambler. So, which one was it?
It's
Board.
here. I'll actually send you the link.
Yeah, if you can, that'd be great. So
There
did
you
it say 11 days ago, right?
Yeah. That was from the Lambda console in AWS. Because I'm trying to look at the logs of the recent invocations and see if this actually is getting spun up at all. I don't know why it's taking me forever.
How
there it goes.
do
Oh, yeah, so
check
it
the last modified?
Well, it was on the previous page, but if you go to the logs, it looks like it is running. Because this is from today.
I think it ran, but it gave the error, probably.
Yeah.
Let me just go to the log itself.
Yeah.
No errors. And that's on the 21st, yeah. Yeah, there are no errors.
So are those... Wait, with the on connect? With the on connect, you...
What did I do?
Because if you look at the code for the on connect handler on line 34, I forgot, you need to send the query string parameter in the WebSocket connection for the board ID so that the on connect handler knows which board ID you're connected to, and then puts that in DynamoDB along with the connection ID.
Oh, right. I see. I see. That makes sense now.
Who wrote the
Yeah.
documentation?
Okay, so how about if you open a Postman and choose all boards and just basically,
I would like to see Kartik come back to the show.
yeah,
Gekdev is asking for Kartik.
yeah, I'd probably ask him, but I doubt it because he must be really busy. He's got his full-time projects and full-time work as well. So I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we can ask him and see how it goes.
I think you said he's in India right now, huh?
Yeah. So that one board ID. Did you mean this way?
Yeah.
Prod and then query string and then that.
I think you need. Honestly, I don't remember, but it's definitely on the client side. I think you put board ID actually. Try board ID.
So board ID.
Yeah, try that and then equal.
Ah, yeah.
Hey!
It was that. Yay! We got there at the end. Okay, so now what do I do?
It's like dusting off old code.
Right, so we can connect. So now
We want to
what we
send
want
a
to do?
message with a ping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have to be in a
Message.
body?
Huh?
Does it have to be inside of a body, or it takes care of that automatically? I don't remember.
Let's find out. So where's the message here? On connect. This is yeah.
Oh, did you deploy this?
No, I didn't. Oh. Okay. Anyway, we can come back to it
Tomorrow, yeah?
tomorrow.
Cool.
We can come back to
Good
it
progress.
tomorrow.
Good progress. I think it'll
Yeah,
work.
we're getting there. We're getting there. Almost.
It wasn't so bad actually. The heartbeat then. I thought it was some other special API of the WebSocket API that you use to do it, but I guess not.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot harder than this. Or just kind of call an API and that would take all the heavy lifting for you, but yeah, it wasn't that hard at all if this works.
Yeah, if this works. Didn't speak too
Alright.
soon.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, man. Do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, so today we got to work on the WebSocket heartbeat, and we are using a simple implementation of just using a set interval on the client side to send a ping to the server, which is AWS API Gateway, and in our message lambda receiving messages, we're just looking for that ping, and then we're just simply going to send back a pong back to that connection ID in the lambda.
Which is
Tomorrow we're
going
going
to
to
be a
test
lot
it.
of fun testing it tomorrow. So if you want to be a part of the fun, join us tomorrow, same time, same place, and
The same task.
the same task. Exactly. All right, guys, have a good night and evening wherever you are in the world. All right, bye for now.
Have a great night. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night, Gekdev.